Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell, starring Michael Gross and Jamie Kennedy and directed by Don Michael Paul. Now, let's get straight into this, shall we? In an icy area in Canada, some scientists drill some holes and the snowy grounds, and some graboids attack the scientists, and they are all dead and eaten up thanks to the graboids. And this opening was an interesting way to start up the movie. Back in Nevada, Burt Gummer, returned by Michael Gross, gets a visit from the IRS, saying his store is bankrupt as he switches hats, which keeps coming back as a line in the movie again and again. And Travis B. Welker, returned by Jamie Kennedy, is annoying here than as he was last week, and he's giving me a bigger headache than last time. Bert is having these dreams from the graboids attack from the previous movies. I think it was part 3, if I'm not mistaken, and it gets for half the movie, and he gets a call from Dr. Rita Sims, played by Tanya Van Gran, and Valerie McKean, played by Jamie Lee Money, not Curtis, but Money, asking for help against graboids. And Travis wants to know if Dr. Sims is hot. And I'm thinking, why is he back here? He is really getting on my nerves like the last time. He's really rough looking too. They go to Canada in a helicopter, and an ass blaster shows up out of the blue, and they land on the plane and the ground, and they arrive at the campgrounds and meet the stupid tax scientist. I don't know what his name is. And this was hilarious, but the funniest thing was Valerie hugs Bert because her parents are Valentine and Rhonda from the first Tremors movies kid, aka the daughter of Kevin Bacon and Finn Carter in that first film. And they get to camp, and Travis flirts with Rita until she rejects him later in the movie. And again, Travis is getting on my nerves at this point. The dialogue is cringeworthy, and the writing is horrendous in this movie. The idiot of a scientist, IRS man, has some woman in the water, and she steps in some eggs and kills her while Bert is infected by a graboid and a parasite back when he got eaten briefly by a graboid in the third film. And a woman gets attacked by the worms of a graboid, and Bert wants to fight the graboid while getting everyone else to safety. And this is really bizarre. This is a really bizarre movie, because how could graboids get in the ice? That was my question from the minute I saw the poster and first saw the movie. One of the doctors almost escapes the graboid until his car flips and gets eaten up, which looks really bad. The graboid attacks, and Travis makes it bait by riding a noisy bike and distracts it and blows it up with fire, and which is a good trick and most cringeworthy dialogue where Rita gets captured. And Travis says, "Take off your pants," and she says she's not wearing underwear. And another scientist has 7 or 8 energy drinks. Bert asks him to pee it out, and he does it in order to make noises. Are both very cringeworthy, and I'm thinking, this is a joke? And I'm not laughing, it's more crude than funny. Bert, Travis, and the group make a whole bunch of noise to get to the graboid to blow up, and they blow it up with electricity. And Bert has a meltdown with the graboid power, and the idiot of a scientist from IRS is alive, and he agrees to give Bert his house and his store back and never pays taxes for the rest of his life. And he agrees as one guy throws dynamite at a graboid coming towards him and gets killed. And I don't know what happens to him, but Travis reluctantly tells him fight, and now Travis is in charge. Tells him not to fight, And now Travis is in charge since Bert is in a hospital bed, which is an interesting choice in an odd kind of way. They trap the one more graboid to get the cure to Bert's parasite, and Travis does and he's cured. And as a climax, there's more. Wait, before I get to the climax, and then Bert blows up the graboid in front of the IRS guy and doesn't give a shit. Excuse my French. In the climax, it just felt like a bad joke that didn't turn out as it's so bad it's good, but it's bad as in really bad put together. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 3.8 out of 10. The dialogue is horribly cringeworthy as the movie gets crude twice, and I think it's Jamie Kennedy's fault at this point. He's not in the next one, thank God. It is badly written, and the movie is badly made, as it is a typical video sequel. What do you expect? But I hope the next and last one is so far. I hope the last one so far is better. I'll say that much. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next time we'll be back with Tremors, Shrieker Island. And until next time, it's time to kill some graboids.